They're coming. Wake up.
What's going on?
Oh,
What's going on?
oh, sorry. No, I was just waking him up. No, I was just waking him up.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you used to do, Joe? What was your job before?
Well, my first career job was 26 years with the Postal Service. I served supervision for 3 years, and after that I took a little sabbatical, and then I got into the home health care profession for 3 years down in Tampa, Florida with an independent agency. I was a subcontractor. And then I decided, well, you know, I'll semi-retire, and then I'll come right up here, kind of, you know, live the life I've always wanted to live. And so far, so good. I'm having the time of my life. I wouldn't trade this experience for $1 million.
So what's going on here? I notice there's a lot of police in the park right now.
Well, they're starting to wake up people who they think are asleep, who are camping, and it's just part of a scare tactic. I don't know. I mean, you know, we just take it one day at a time. You have to. But we'll see what develops.
Wow.
As it says, to be continued. But I really couldn't tell you what his profession was.
I don't know how long it was later, but I see all these cop cars coming around the park, like circling it and everything else. And I told Kavika, I was like, Daddy, there's something going on. He's like, oh, you guys are just being paranoid. I was like, Crystal, there's something really going on. She's like, you're being paranoid. But then this cop car, he comes and drives up here where Kavika is walking. And he stops right there. And Kavika starts talking to him. And me and Crystal were walking up there. I couldn't identify the cops, though. We start walking up towards the wall. And so Kavika starts coming with us because we thought the cop said he could leave. So I was like, wow, just like that. So we all three started walking. Crystal stayed there under the pavilion. And then me and Kavika started walking up towards the wall to talk. But then we see these cop cars coming, following us, and there was about 6 cops that get out of the car. And then they start talking to him, like saying his name, saying David, because that's what he told him the name was. And he called his mom on the phone, and I was sitting down on the bench. He called his mom on the phone and started talking and like panicking and pacing back and forth. And then one of the cops, like the howly bald cop, I don't know, he got down on his knees and whatever. He's like, can you take off your shirt? And he's like, take off your shirt. And he wasn't listening to him. Kavika wasn't listening to the cop. And I told him, you can say no, you can say no. You don't have to do anything. They can't do anything about it if you say no. But he got onto one panic, and because the cop, he was crouching over like he was ready to run, like provoking him and laughing at him and everything else. So the cop was like crouching down and everything else, and it was scaring Kavika. So Kavika, he kept talking and then kept pacing, but then he finally just threw the phone down because the cop was ready to run anyway. So he starts chasing Kavika around the park and everything else. And then not even a minute or so later, all I hear is man down, man down. And everybody clear the park is what the cop was screaming at us. But one thing I know about that knife is you can't get it out. He put it in the back of his pocket, but it has a, what is it called?
Holster.
Yeah, and you can't get out unless you have to do all this work to unstrap it and everything else. So what I hear is the cop said Kavika put his arm around like this when the knife was in the back. He couldn't have done that because he would have to pull up his shirt and everything else because he was wearing a long sleeve white shirt and it was really long, so he couldn't even have enough time to get it out. So, I mean, I just hear like the cops push him over, and while he's in handcuffs, and start beating the crap out of him. But the thing is, everybody seen everything, all the witnesses that seen everything, saw everything up until the stabbing part. And everybody's giving different stories about cop getting stabbed, but nobody's actually seen it, is what the story comes down to. Nobody's seen the cop get stabbed, and that's all I know.
So other people saw him get beat up though?
Yes, my Hanaya sister Crystal, Bula, that is, you know, his brother. He saw him get beat up, and he tried sticking up for him and everything else, like saying, hey, that's my brother.
that safety clip. They pulled the knife out and they dropped it like right about here. That's my brother then went this way when they shoved. They shoved him and they started beating him from here, from the sand, and they slammed him on the wall over here. They started beating him.
Right here? On this wall right here.
This wall right here. They had him laying down right here.
Hey, get your fucking shit and beat it. Get out. Crime scene. Get back. Get back. It's a crime scene. It's a crime scene.
Oh, what's happening?
Erase what you get or just move back. Keep going all the way back.
What's happening over here?
Get back. Get back. Brother, are you?
Huh?
Get back.
Where are you
All the
pushing
way
me
back.
for?
Get
What's going
back,
on over
because
here?
I gotta tape this area off.
Oh, okay. Something happening over here.
All the way back. Get back.
I was walking up to them and I was telling them, hey, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. And I was keep on telling them that don't hurt him. And Officer Easy said, he would punch me. He would hit one cop when I know for a fact he didn't, because I seen everything from that point of the fence all the way to over here where they was pulling out the knife. And they beat my brother up.
The total nightmare.
What happened?
I just saw them over a guy, and looked like that he was coughing and stuff, but
Was he alive?
it looked like he was moving. I don't know. I just saw them pull a guy. I think I don't know if the guy's dead or not, but it looked like he was moving. But I don't know. They're saying it's a crime scene now. I don't know.
Like a murder?
Maybe, who knows?
Now
more cops are
So what
coming.
happened over here?
I really don't know. I just came because like we were walking down the
Now there's a
sidewalk.
fire truck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wake up. Vernon! Wake up! Wake up, they're back. Wake up.
Cops.
Wake up. There's been a stabbing. There's been a stabbing.
Yes, that is. Hey. Got it up. I didn't catch anything though.
It's on there.
There's not. There's not.
I don't, what you say and what is actually on there is two different stories. Okay, congratulations.
So, what do you...
Now film me. You cannot film me.
Why can't I film you? You're a
Your
county
choice.
worker.
Your
still a
choice.
county
Your
worker.
choice. That's your choice.
No.
You have an ID or no?
My constitutional rights- my
You have an ID or no?
constitutional rights.
You have an
I
ID or
didn't
no?
do anything